welcome again to tonight's show. It's Chichi again and Uche. So, welcome everyone. Even those that will be watching the replay, we want to welcome you and thank you. We would like to know where you are joining from, as always, because we truly would like to connect with you on a personal level and to get to know you. So, if you are joining to now or later, let us know where you're joining from and let's know your name. So tonight we have something to talk to or discuss with the unmarried, those who are getting married, planning to get married, or will be getting married later. So we can say to the singles, although I don't like to call them singles.
Why?
I have my reasons. So it's for those who will be getting married. We want to share some tips today and some signs that you will see that could help you make some important decisions. And it will be things like if someone is coming so close to you and maybe buying you things, helping you do one thing or the other, just the opposite sex coming very close, whether you're a man or a woman, it's important that you ask why. Ask some questions. If you think that it's becoming very too much of a help, too much of closeness, too much of gifts, and too much of calls, too much of chatting, wanting to hang out, it's good that you find out why is that so. The reason is because you don't want to pinch the parcel that you don't really want to open. So if you're not going to open it, don't pinch it, because you might end up getting someone hurt, or, kind of hurting someone at the point that you disappoint them or something. So it's good to just have a conversation, understand where you are at. Is it just a friendly relationship, or is there more to it? So that's the kind of thing that we want to discuss today. The signs, how will it come, and you can tell that it's normal or is more than meets the eyes. So that if it's someone you don't like, on time, you disengage, so that you don't get too emotional or get them too emotional before you disengage and then cause some emotional damage. Yes. So if you are joining us and have some contributions and some comments or questions, whatever, we would like you to share your opinions and your views on this matter, as always, because we want to learn from ourselves and for others to also learn from your wealth of experience. So if you have experienced something like that, maybe you are a man and you are wooing a woman and they keep taking and keep, engaging, keep, acting like it's okay with them, and suddenly they tell you that you are not their type, or you are not their spec, or that no, they are engaged, or they are in a relationship, and all of that. We would like to know your experience or that of someone else. It will really benefit someone. So what do you think that, these things, they happen, we know that. Yes. And do you think it's deceit or oversight or
it depends
ignorance?
On the angle you're coming from. If you're coming from the angle of deceit, I do not think it will be a deceit, because somebody is willing to come close to somebody. They have intention. So the deceit part of it might be the person who is trying to lead somebody on and later fall their hand there. I can agree with that. But there is something I want to say right away, because your introduction says, if this person is coming your way and you now realize that they are becoming so close, you need to ask them, bros, you're coming too close, or what do you want? Where is this leading us to? Do you have anything? And that
not directly like that, but you know what I mean.
Okay,
like,
you can ask them. I know what you can ask. Say, yeah, please, I see you are coming too close. Oh. I hope you don't want to come and marry me. Huh?
Not like that.
Okay,
but
which
it can be
okay,
like
let
that,
me keep asking.
you know.
Bros, you're coming too close. Oh. Hope no problem. Or are you planning that will be husband and wife in the future?
Okay, so.
Or you can say, bro, see the way you're coming too close now. Me, I don't like Kamu, but I want to make you tell me whether you have any plan for us. My question on that way, that approach is this. There are some men who are non-verbal. I don't mean that they can't speak, but they believe that if they're coming close to you, you should decode why they are coming. And to some, if you ask them that question, they will either think it's either he doesn't want me, she doesn't want me, or she's being too upfront about these things. And that's to such to those type of men, they will draw back, they wouldn't continue. I'm not saying it's wrong, but what I'm trying to say is you need to understand the type of person who is coming close to you. Know there are other ways of passing the same message without being seen as confrontational. Some men are not outspoken like me. If you give me Queen Elizabeth, I can go and talk to Queen Elizabeth for you. It's not a problem. But there are people who cannot speak to women. The only way will be showing some way of kindness, showing some way of act of love, doing small things for them, for the woman, and they now expect he should know why, which has some negative and some bad sides. So I want to ask, is there any other way that thing you are trying to find out from me could be still find, you could still find that out without asking it like a question?
Yes. So the way it can be without asking a question would be something like not accepting the gift, not accepting the help, not accepting to go hang out, not wanting to hop into the car or jump at the invitation and all of that, especially when it starts involving friends and family. So if they start involving friends and family, you should be thinking, is this just friendship now or more? And the behavior of those friends and family also will tell you whether there is more to it or not. There's always a way, but I think that what happens is that people think in their mind that, okay, if he's not talking, if she's not saying anything, I'll just play along. And after all,
he didn't
say anything, so I'm not guilty of something. Yeah, so, and they will keep taking. And you know that when people are in love, they are happy to give almost their lives. So they might even give more than they could afford because they really want that person, whether it's a man or a woman. So in that situation, someone is giving you, even you can tell that is more than they should, and you are collecting something like that. Remember, it's not just gifts, it's a whole lot of things. Some people can give all their time. You should be thinking, is this just friendship or not? The reason is because if he ends up, it's you that we know. If you are interested in the person, if it's your spec, if it's somebody that you wouldn't mind live with, it will be different, because if he ends up that place, you are still okay. But if it's someone that when the time comes and the question is popped, you really will say no, then you have to ask yourself, is this just, I mean, don't they have other friends? Are they treating them like that? If you are in a circle of friends, is that the way they treat the other men or the other women in that circle of friends? If it's not, you should know there is more to it. And just have a conversation. I don't mean like ask, do you want to marry me? Or this thing, is it leading to marriage? Something sort of, but you can have a conversation and say, look, you have given me presents the other day and you have invited me to this. And I mean, if we are just friends, is becoming too much, and I would like to know why. something like that won't hurt. Because at that point, if it's someone who is shy or someone who is not, the talking type, at that point you have opened up the conversation. You have helped them to come out and tell you what's on their minds.
Oh, yeah, ask me that question, then I'll tell you what people ask. Ask me that question.
Okay, so bros.
Auntie.
Or or my friend, or the name of the person, say Uche. So I know that.
Why are you stammering now?
Because that's usually how you wanted us to play. You wanted us to play this people. Yeah, so we're doing role play, and I'm trying to act the way I have seen some people talk in that situation. So it will be like, please don't get me wrong, go.
Understand?
Yeah, yes. So
I'm listening.
So please, don't get me wrong, go. I just want to ask.
It's okay, sister.
So because don't get angry that I didn't collect this present. Don't be angry. It's just that you have given me the other day, you bought me this, you took me to took me to restaurant. The other day you said that I should follow you to your village or something. And I don't know, because to me, is becoming like every now and then, and I would like to know, is there more to these things, or is it just on a friendly note, so that I will know? Because just so I know, tell me, is there anything? Why are you, is there any reason you are giving me all of this, or helping me this much, or
Come on, Sister Chichi, I like you, and I have been seeing you in this church and in this fellowship for a long time, and I think you are a good person. So I don't think be giving any person I think I like attention or beauty. So it's nothing. It's just because I like you. I think you're a good person. So I think you because you're a good person.
Well, we have been friends for a while, and I know that you like me, and I like you as a friend. So it's just that it's not the same way you treat the other of our friends and the other people. So that's why I just want to ask, because I don't want tomorrow it will be that maybe you have something else in your mind. If you have something on your mind, maybe I would like to know now, because it will be best that we.
No. My mind is very free where you are. You see, those are your friends. Those are our friends. I like them in different way. Okay. But your own is a special one. I think what I like is special. That's why I give you things more than I give the other person. But you have nothing to worry about. You should think over it. Why are you overthinking this thing? If you don't like somebody, okay, let me ask. If somebody like me like you, is it bad then?
It is not bad. It's just that like is different. Like is different. It's not everybody you like that you always help and go out of your way and all that. Once people start going out of their way, then it's something underneath, and it's not usually bad. It's just making sure that there is this mutual connection and mutual agreement. Because if it's not, anyway, the reason I'm saying is that in case it is more, so that we can talk about it. But if it is not, I personally am getting uncomfortable collecting this and that, or going this place, and I don't want us to be seen everywhere. I don't want us
to. You are shy of me.
No, I'm not shy of you. But
when you say going out of my way, your way is the same now. We're very close friends. I don't want to apart from your own way. That's why I go to your own way to enter my way.
Okay. Our ways are not the same. Truly.
Oh no, don't bring Bible now. I'm not.
No. I'm not saying. I'm not bringing Bible. I'm just saying that what you're thinking may not be what I'm thinking.
But I like you.
I bet In what way? Wow, in what way do you like me?
I think I like you.
You can't just like it. You like everybody now, all your friends, your family. Do you not like them?
Do I like other persons the same way I like you?
In that case, if you like me different, then we will have to talk about how different. Because if it is that you want more from me than this just friendship, then we will have to talk about it. Because in fact, I'm becoming uncomfortable, and I would like at this point for us to define our relationship so that we can know our boundaries. Because I'm becoming uncomfortable that we are seen everywhere. We are, so much things to help and all that. It's not supposed to be at the level of friendship we have. So I would like us to.
You think things too much.
It's just so things don't get out of hand.
Okay.
That's
This script now is the script of a person who can't say what they want, but they are finding it difficult to pass that information to the person who they think they would like to have as a wife. So this is the way they would talk. And she is making me to say more, but I know what she's asking, but I don't want to answer it. I keep going the other way because one, it might be because fear of rejection, or I'm thinking, I don't know how to say it. Now we're going to play another script now of a person who knows what he wants and will communicate it verbatim. There you go.
Okay, so I will not be using bro and sis because this is not just a church thing. Okay, this is not a Pentecostal church now, so let's just say use name. Okay, because if they are friends, that's what they call themselves, isn't it? Yes. So Uche, I think I don't feel comfortable collecting this present from you, or I don't think it is proper for me to follow you to your house on this occasion. I mean, I don't have business there, so I'll see you when you come back.
Do you know one thing? You should understand this very well. In this area, I've seen a lot of people, and I know that you have the kind of thing I like in a woman. And if I am asking you to follow me somewhere, it's because I believe you are spot on. You are the bomb for me. So it's okay. We can go. It's not a problem. Don't worry.
I think you haven't said anything. I mean, I don't understand. What did you say something? Because if you said something I can't process it. Tell me in plain terms what you mean. I think at the level of our friendship that there are certain things I can't take from you. There are certain of your time I shouldn't take. There are some places I should not be found with you. Like this, your family, whatever event or something. I don't think I should follow. It looks like a couple. So I think that is something you should handle on your own and when you come back. So if you say you like me and this and that, what does that mean?
Okay.
I had always thought that we are friends, so we like ourselves, isn't it?
We do. What it means is because I've watched and monitored you closely. It's been over 6 years I've been watching, and my mind verbatim tells me that you are going to be a very good wife.
Okay.
And on that note, I'm trying to come close to you so that I will learn you and know you more. And actually, my learning you, knowing you, stops today. I've learned enough about you, and I know who you are now, reasonably fairly enough that I am convinced that you will be a very good wife. And it's on that note I'm going to do this. Please. That's why I'm
Okay, so I didn't see that coming. And we haven't really talked about it. We haven't had conversations around it. This is just coming out of the blue, and I am sorry if you get hurt, but what I would say is you give me some time to think about it. And if it's for Christians, they will say, let me go and pray about it. So, and I will give you an answer.
I have my ring already.
You keep it. Some people will go like this and give it back, put it back.
This is a ring of stone. It's a stone ring, and this type of ring cannot break.
Some people feel so bad that they are disappointing you, and then just say, close it in your hands like this. Then this is how I see them do it. Close it like this and say, sorry, but I will need to go and think about it and pray about it. I'm sorry that I will, at this point, that's what I will say. And some people may just say no and apologize on top for saying no and all of those things. I think sometimes these are just formalities.
It is.
And all that, and being courteous, you know.
So now, my question would be, you see, the time when you said to me, no, I felt like, oh no, it's not today again. And this is why the other man we acted about will be taking his time, thinking one day he will decode and use his hand to say, yes, I know what you're thinking, but I get the game, let's do it. And they will take their time not to do it. But this man who came out, boom, and playing like typical me, say it the way he wants it, may feel, okay, oh, you say you're going to think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to think about it.
But I have a question now, guys, tell me this thing, please. Why is it that has there been any woman that a man will propose right away, they will say yes?
Yes, a lot of them said so. A lot, because they are expecting it.
Okay.
And they already like the person. That's why I said, if you like the person, that's the only time you're allowed to play along. Even though I have exceptions to people who kind of keep taking and taking as though the person is now their slave.
So, but why do most women say, thank you for the offer, I really appreciate this, but I want to go and think about it? And or some who want to be Pentecostal will say, let me go and pray over it. They pray over it, I understand. But think about it, although they are the same thing. But what I want to find out is this. You've seen this guy flashing this touch for you, showing these moves, behavior that tells that he's interested. And over the past 6, 7, 8, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you've known him sufficiently enough, but yet you would say, I want to go and think about it. Why do I want to think about it become the usual norm for women?
Okay, so it's going to be different women now that we're talking about. There are some that it is just formality. They probably had agreed. They probably had given a go-ahead sign.
They want to do shakara?
But I wouldn't use that word. They just don't want to be
cheap.
It's things like that, but it also depends on where they are coming from and the people around. Most of the time, these things are played out for the observers. So it depends. It may not be for the man. It may be people around him that they want to present a better them to like a better version of themselves, or how they want to be perceived is the right way to put it. So sometimes it is all of that gimmicks, but there are other times it is for real that someone is confused or someone needs guidance.
Okay.
They want to make the right choice. They actually know that marriage is a serious business. It is something that if you get right, the rest of your life will be right. If you get it wrong, then you will be missing out on a lot of things and probably will not fulfill your destiny, your purpose, or, So they want to make sure that to the best of their knowledge and ability, that they put in, that it is to the right person they are saying yes to, because it's the whole of their lives and it's for a lifetime. So for some people, that's the reason that they do that. Some people will also panic at that proposal because they are not expecting that proposal to come. And that may be why that they want to go and think about it. Maybe they've been friends and all of these things we are describing was not coming. They were just friends. Nobody was overly doing something to, arouse attention or suspicion. So it just comes like that. They will be wondering, I never thought that is to this extent. Okay, I will think about it. And most times when people say they want to think about it, is because that person as a person, like the man, as a person, they wouldn't mind him. But they want to go and look deeper into a lot of the things that we talk about to check. They want to go to their family, they want to ask questions, they want to make inquiries, especially from God, to make sure that that's the direction they should be going to. Yes. But if you find people that either are taking advantage of someone or being deceitful, just playing along to get what they want, or that they are just friends, normal friends, but don't like the person beyond that friendship level, then they are most likely to say no outright, that they don't want. If they want to be very nice and courteous to that person, if it is in a public place where there are other people and they want to think of the man's ego and the man's emotions, they may also choose that line of, I will think about it, so that the conversation will now be private between both of them when they will give the answer. Most times it will be just immediate, but they don't want him to get a no in the presence of people because it can, touch some people's ego. Other than that, is just answers that people give. But of course, today, what we are trying to pass across is the fact that some people will take advantage of some people. They know for sure that this person is interested in them. Sometimes it can be a woman who is interested in a man and will be showing it in every way. The fact that the person is not talking or cannot express it is not a license for you to keep taking advantage of them, because there are some things that people cannot just do at the level of just friendship. There are some things that once people start doing it, that it is more than just friendship or more than just likeness. Exactly. At that point, all the things we described, when people are interested in you, they will give their time, their emotions, they will run when you call, they will give you their last anything, they will want their families to see you, their friends, they will want to talk to you on a daily basis, a long period of time. They will want to talk to you in the morning, first thing in the night before they go to bed. Once all of that start happening, they will want to buy you presents, even if it's the last money they have. They will want to give you more than they can give themselves. So these are expressions of love. If someone is doing that and they are not the people, the kind of person you want to spend the rest of your life with, please don't just, yes, even if you don't know how to have the conversation, at least refusal of those help and all those things will be a good way. I mean, for someone who also cannot talk, it is at least the beginning of saying that I'm not comfortable with this anymore.
I've seen someone who said to me, I am on my own. He keeps buying me gifts. And I didn't request for any of these gifts. So why will I refuse? I will collect it. Since he chose to buy me gift and didn't say anything, I will collect. And I then now ask, don't you think the gift identifies that they care and love you? Say, and that is the more reason I should collect it, because he can love me. It's okay, but he didn't say he wants to marry you. And the question is, how can I read his mind? I didn't read his mind, know that he's buying me those gifts from his part of heart, which means he wants us to be together. And I collected it because I believe he's just a caring person, and I collected it. Now the question would now be, is this a genuine response of somebody who thinks, okay, I collected it because I think he's a generous guy? Or is there something behind it? Because I think every adult, most adults, we know when a man is coming too close, very, very close, that it is beyond the normal friendship. And on that note, if you know that and then still collect the gift when you know right deep down within you that is not your spec, you are being deceitful, because you know what you are collecting is like things you collect that you would not eat adequately, like you eat it and have peace of mind. That way you are manipulating the mind of the person who is giving you that gift. That is my belief on that.
It's not only manipulation, you are saying yes, but you know that
you don't mean
it is a no.
Yeah.
So it means that your heart is speaking different from your mouth. In this case, you are not verbalizing it, but you are acting that you accept, you agree. And that's very terrible, because some people can take it
to the
very,
yeah.
It can mess up somebody's life, because you are toiling with their emotions when they keep giving whatever it is they are giving, because it's not only gifts and money that you can collect. Whatever they are giving, if you keep taking it, you are indirectly saying that, yes, you are agreeing. And if tomorrow you now don't agree, you have messed up with somebody's emotions. And that's something to think about. If you are in their shoes, would you want that to happen? If it is someone related, closely related to you, would you want somebody to do that to them? So, and considering that a lot of times these people can barely afford the things they are giving you, even time, they can barely afford it. They can barely afford the energy that they are investing in you. That is a clear indication that this person is going out of their way, and there must be something that is making them to do that. There must be a motivation. There must be something driving them. And it would be nice to find that out, just in case it's not something you want to do, so that from the beginning you withdraw. Because I think it is at that time that boundaries should be put into place. Because even if it is someone you like, even if it is your spec, you also want to do things right. You want to follow the right steps. So if it is someone that you wouldn't mind getting married to, then it is the time that you need to talk and put things in place, build a foundation, and then start working on it. Maybe it is the time to talk and now understand that this is the level of relationship you are in now or entering into, so that you will start behaving in that way. Because there is no need you following someone everywhere you are seen together and you are a man and a woman. I mean, even other people that want to even come to you will be scared. They will think that you are already coupled. So, because there are certain things that just friends don't do. There are some things that are for people that are already talking marriage or planning marriage, or people that are married. So you have to be very mindful, because sometimes it can backfire. And by the time someone who should now propose to you sees that, all of that, they will conclude that you are already occupied and they won't come. And by the time you finish playing all the game, you will be waiting for the people you are expecting, and they will not come. So we have to be very mindful whether you're a man or a woman, because it's not only men that woo women. Women also woo men.
Don't you see that happen? Women.
There are some women that are confident in themselves and have what it takes, and they can approach a man. I know that in some cultures like ours is frowned at, but
you have put a clause to the question I wanted to ask now. I know you as a very confident person, right? Why didn't you woo me?
No, I'm saying that there are some. It's not. There are some people that can do that,
okay.
And if they like it, why not?
But it's being frowned at in most culture when they say
I have a different value that I will not. I mean, it's not even okay to talk about it because it's on a personal level.
Okay.
And somebody who can approach a man and say, "I like you," and don't forget that in Christendom, in the Pentecostal, there are some people that God told, "This is your husband," and they wait a year, 2 years, and the bro is not saying anything, and they walk up to the person to say, "God told me you are my husband." People do that. I know some people that have done that.
That's Bible.
Yeah, no, it's not Bible.
Now,
no, it's not Bible.
Okay.
Don't religionize it. It is. It is that some people are confident enough to do that. I know that sometimes it's out of desperation that people do that, but there are a lot of other times that it is because they are so confident. And so, yeah, they are very, very certain. And if you're certain about something, the level of confidence you operate in is different.
I ask you a question. If you have a sister which is not married, and the sister comes to you and say, "Chichi, this brother, I like this brother so much. Patrick would make a good husband if I married him." Patrick do come close to me, but he hasn't said anything, but I'm not sure whether he's the one. I know he may be a good husband. I want to speak to Patrick. I want to woo Patrick. And they say to you, what do you think? What will you say to that your sister who is not married that wants to go and speak to Patrick and woo Patrick? What would you say to Patrick?
Okay, first of all, my responses will depend on their belief and their faith. That's the first thing I will think of.
The belief of your sister?
Yes.
You and your sister should have the same belief.
No, we it's not all the time that we do. It depends on what, even if we're in the same church, I will have to base my answer on their level of relationship with God, their faith, their belief system. Because if they are such people that believe or can hear God, my first response will be, go and inquire from God.
And she has inquired and said to you, you are pushing things back.
No,
she has inquired. Okay, she has inquired.
You say okay, she has.
Okay, she has inquired and said to you, God has confirmed it for me. If Patrick is the one, but he's not making sense, what will you say to that?
I would, in my own, I'm answering personally now. I will tell my sister to ask God to speak to Patrick. That's what I would say. Because
why would God go and speak to Patrick?
Okay, the place we come from, there are the order in my country and in my culture. Okay. There is an order in which things are done. So because it's not about me.
No. You're going back to the thing which says that it means now you're bringing your culture where you come from. I'm going to stop you from saying, because now what you're saying, I've taken it from your mouth. It means you won't tell your sister. You will base it on culture. Now.
No, I am not basing it because I started saying what I've already answered what I would tell her.
You haven't.
I said I would tell her to go and ask God to speak to Patrick. That's my first response, because God can go and now speak to Patrick.
And God has spoken to Patrick. No. Patrick is the shy type that doesn't want to come and tell her, your sister, yes, God has spoken to me. And your sister came to you, has spoken to God. And I think God has spoken to Patrick. Sister, I want to approach Patrick.
Remember that you keep pushing it, because we will still address someone who does not believe in God or can hear God. So let us finish the one that can hear God, because we are going to the next person. So if that is the case, that God has spoken to Patrick, the heart of Patrick is still in God's palms. So it is still what I would tell her to do, is to go to God, because God will now make Patrick to come. That would be what I would do. But that does not mean that if she goes to Patrick to say, God says you're my husband, I had God. Because at that point, that Patrick will now want to go and inquire from God. If Patrick is of the same tribe with her, I mean, the same
belief system.
Yes, that is when he will go.
At
when
what
1
point
minute
will your sister go and tell Patrick?
At this point that she's asking me, at that point,
so you can ask her to go and tell Patrick.
I won't do that. Remember, I will not personally 1 minute. I will not personally do that. But there is a level of conviction that she might give me. And if I can prove it, I might not have a problem with her doing that. Yeah, because everything about marriage needs to be proven. Because if you don't, a time will come when you will go back to the basis and still prove it. So whether you made the right choice or you made the wrong choice, the best thing is to make the right choice, because those people also that made the wrong choice of those people that look for her, those people that made the people that made wrong choices in marriage, do you know that a time will come when they will stop going in circles? They will speak to themselves and they will go back to do the things that they should have done before marriage. Think about it. And if you doubt me, make inquiries, have conversations around your circle. You will know that what I'm saying is the truth. So sometimes we run so fast and later we have to stop and go back. And which one is the best? So it's best that you get it right the first time, because if you don't, that doesn't mean that that marriage will break or there will be divorce or separation. No, it only means that somebody at some point will have to go back to basis to make amendments. And that often involves going back to start from the beginning to now do things aright. So, does it not pay to get it right the first time? So, I know that most of us didn't follow the right steps, but we know that it pays to follow the right steps. And that's why we are talking and saying what we are saying. Because if you really want to have an amazing relationship, enjoy your relationship, there are some level of, some foundations, some blocks that you have to put in place for that to happen. If you don't, then it will not happen. So what is it going to be for you? To get it right, or do cut and nail and then at some point start going to do things right? So that's what I would say to her. If it is now someone who does not have that level of relationship with God, or they are not Christians, they are just doing tubun, they are just, playing the jigsaw
puzzle.
Yeah, so they are just trying their luck, and they are not very sure, but they want to give it a trial. Let's not forget that sometimes when people give it a trial, it's because already they have made an escape route. They have a plan B. They already know that if it doesn't work out, that they will get out. So that may be a reason why somebody will want to not get it right. So if it doesn't get okay, they just walk out and go somewhere else. But when people are making decisions and they want it to be for life, they are more careful. So if it's somebody who is not sure, my answer will be, go and make sure you are sure. And part of the things that I would tell them to do to be sure is the things that the natural eyes and ears can ascertain. They will have to go and make inquiries. They will observe the person's behavior, character, mindset, all those things. They will have to, not that they will live with them or be too close, but they will have to make inquiries. A lot of times you will discover a lot of things, and make sure you know them. Make sure you find out who they are, who are their people, and all of that. Whether you are abroad or at home or near or far, you can just get people to help you. But make sure, to the best of your knowledge, that you are doing things properly. And that's what I would say. I will not advise them to go. The danger of approaching a woman, approaching a man, is that if it backfires, the emotional trauma it causes, that rejection causes for the woman, I believe, don't get me wrong, I'm not sure, but I believe it's far more than it causes to the men.
Okay,
because women are
Stop. You see, I've been quiet listening since, so didn't say anything. You see, she went all the way round, and come back to the same point, which is, will I say it's unethical or un-African or uncultural for women to propose? Because all the questions I asked her, you see all the way she went around, she could not say to me verbatim. I didn't see you say it. Verbatim has, why were you still saying for nearly 5 minutes? Verbatim, her sister who I used to give example, say if she come and ask, will you, all the whole explanation now boils down that she will not take her sister to go and
I said there are some occasions where I will tell her to go and ask.
And in this case, it becomes because
I'm very sure, and that God said, even though it's not what I will personally do, I can permit her to go and tell Patrick that God has spoken to me concerning this. Can you think about it, or can you pray about it?
So the main sector of people, either man, woman, not saying it, is the fear of rejection. People may decide to keep playing. Maybe she's going to understand, and then it will rhyme. And then even before I say it, to say it's okay. I understand I understand the moves. I understand it's okay. It's because when they are rejected, it hurts. Whether man or woman, although it's on African or on most cultures, women don't make the proposal. It's expected that the man should do it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people believe. I have my reservations on that, even though on a personal note, I will wait for the man. But I also have my reservations for certain individuals. There are some cases that I won't say don't go, I won't say go. I will let them do what they feel comfortable doing, because some people, it might be that they are comfortable and it will work for them. And it depends on their levels also, the person they are, their personality. And let me just say that sometimes the reason is important to have these conversations when you see that some things are overly, is because if you start from as early as possible, it will not be a rejection and you won't be hurting someone. Because if it is just the moment the person started to be too nice that you called for the conversation, then it's not a rejection, because you have not been built. There has not been a lot of emotions invested. So they will quietly walk away and you walk away. It is only when they have been so invested that it will become a thing for them and it will hurt. So it's important that immediately you notice that this is more than it should be, that you talk about it. If you don't know how to talk about it, get somebody to ask the person, involve somebody, but either way, make sure that they know you have observed something and you want to know what is it about. Because maybe at that point, if they don't want to talk about it, they can quietly stop and, become normal. And that will solve all the problems.
I also think why many people don't say this question, ask this question, whether a man or a woman, to find out how the closeness is developing, that they're noticing, is because they have the mindset to cheat. they have the mindset to.
A lot of
to
times
take
it is
things from-
people who want to. There are
take
some.
advantage of people.
There are some people that you
Otherwise-
shouldn't take things
Yeah,
from.
otherwise
Yeah.
it will be instanter. As soon as you're noticing that this handshake has gone beyond here now
Yeah.
and is going over here and gradually maybe somewhere else, that's time to say, let's stop here. I want to find out what's happening.
Yes.
And if you don't do that, it means you have ulterior motives. And those on those notes, we would say it's not a good thing to do. Because at the end of the day, you are causing someone trouble by your act and your omission. If you don't say that, it's really wrong. But if you again find this, but you think you can't say it, you can come and meet me. To be honest, I'm happy to do the same for you. But I'm not going to charge you so much money, to be honest. If you tell me who the person is and tell me how you know the person, but you are not scared, you are not too comfortable to speak to this particular girl or man, but you know you've developed a good love for this person, come speak to me. Send a quick DM. I will be happy to be your mouthpiece. No, but that's what I said to Aaron and Moses in the Bible. Moses said, do you know what? I stammer too much. I can't talk. That's Moses. If you're Moses, brother Moses, listen to know, brother Uche will help you. Will become brother Aaron and speak for you. It's not a problem. I will do the talking for you. Ahead.
It's always, in conclusion, it's always good to act as early as possible. If you're a man and you're liking a lady, it's good to talk on time. If you're a woman and you notice that you like a man or a man is coming so close, or you know they like you, you will know if they like you. Please, it's time to talk, have the conversation. Don't let it drag. Don't wait for who will open up the conversation, especially if there are strings attached. If there are benefits you're getting, it's important. People don't normally part with the things they have. A lot of times, things like money is attached to their bloodstreams. So it is very important that before you keep taking time, energy, emotions, all those help and support, calling and they responding quickly, they being the only one you can find to do that task for you, make sure you have the conversation, because there are some things you can't take from some people. My dad says that people of the opposite sex are not friends. So there is a level of friendship you can permit, and at certain ages, a time comes when you can't really say you are friends with person of the opposite sex.
He's not related to you.
Yes, someone that is not related to you by blood, because that will be taking a lot of chances. So we have to be very cautious. Sometimes it's best to take precautions and not have to make amendments, because if you guys remember, I always say that corrections and amendments are too expensive, and sometimes it's not worth it, and sometimes it can be corrected. So let's take precautions and take our time when it comes to these things. That's where we are going to draw the curtain for tonight. And we really want to appreciate everyone that joined the live and that will watch later. I couldn't see the live chat today. I know that some people may have been putting in chats. We are going to check it later and respond and make sure that next time we can have something to check the chats and all that. Please, if you have put in something, pardon us, and we will sort it later. But thank you, everyone, and do make another date with us, another Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time, so that we can have another meaningful conversation. And bring in your topics, bring in the things you want to iron out, the things that are concerning to you. If there is a question that is burning in your heart, we will want to have a chat about it. You can put it in a DM for us to see, and then we can come to talk about it. Otherwise, just join us, make your comments, and do like the video, share it, and so that a wider audience will get to know the things that we are talking about. Until next time, we say good night.
Bye.
Have a very wonderful day.
Cheerio.
Wherever you are from. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Aja came.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw her.
I thought so.
Yeah,
But I couldn't.
So
Fortunately, I couldn't see.
I don't think this is this Facebook or YouTube clinic?
It's on Facebook. It's on them. It's on Facebook profile, not page.
Okay.
Yeah. It will not be there now. It's downloading. It's uploading.
Okay.
And with this you have to be on for you to finish uploading before you go blank. If it closes now, it won't download properly.
I know. You mean
when you finish downloading, that pink purple thing will disappear.
So it's switching already. Please keep the app open until the recording has finished uploading. Closing the app may pause the upload.
Yeah.
I think the other one can.
Yeah, the other one is okay, but
I'm the most difference.
We are here now for this November, so
from nearly 28 days.
Yeah. Oh, by that time we master it.
She came. I saw her this thing, but I wanted to send her message, said that we are on live.
She saw it because I put a notification.